Alright, this is the first video that we're putting together for the Appcast, and what better application to actually show off in video than the sequel to Hot Dog Down a Hallway, Frank Further. So that's the application right there. We're going to start that one up. It's from the same studio that brought you Hot Dog Down a Hallway. You can see that they've got Open Faint integration, was just down there. I'm just signed in as a guest right now. And the one thing you'll notice right away from Frank Further is that you'll actually see that there are three modes. There's a normal type of mode, which is what we're kind of used to. There's a 3D CG version and a retro version. Now, all three games are pretty much the same kind of gameplay. There's some additional options here. You can see that there's a veggie mode, so you can use a vegetable style hot dog. So let's go with the regular mode for now. You can just get a feel for this. You can see the enemy crab there. And so what you see is that when you're in veggie mode, you actually go with a carrot instead of a pig. So you've got your aiming here. You just aim whichever way you want. You see there's a power gauge, and you want to, of course, shoot it at the maximum power. So we're going to shoot this one over here, and you just tilt to steer. So let's see how far I can get on here. You've got all these different things that can get in your way, different obstacles, different things that can help you go further along in the game. You can see that wearing the glove does protect you from crabs, and I went into the back of a fan. Now the thing is that it's now setting your personal best, so whenever you do play the game again, you're going to see this show up when you actually get that far. Of course, here's your distance right here, and your enemy crab. You've got all your usual kind of options. You've got especially your awards, which are pretty much like your achievements. Well, actually, they are your achievements. It's a lot harder to get a lot of these achievements this time around than with Hot Dog Down a Hallway. One gripe I do have with the game, though, is that when you do want to play again, it doesn't immediately just let you play again. You have to click that, and you got to wait for it to rewind all the way. It doesn't actually go the entire distance that you actually have traveled, but it's still a bit of an annoyance that you have to wait for that whole thing to actually happen. Here's your kind of informational screen. It's pretty straightforward. And let's just do that. Tilt to steer. And you can see that if you don't do very well in the beginning, you just sort of lay down and die. I'm going to go to the main menu and show you the two other modes. We've got a 3D mode. This is just kind of CG version. You can see the same kind of loading screen, but in CG now. You can see the look of it is kind of like Wallace and Gromit, that kind of claymation look to it. Gameplay remains the same. You'll see that you've got some things in the background that are new. And you just keep tilting the steer and seeing how far you can actually get. Let's see if I can actually get further than my personal best before. Well, I'm actually doing quite well this time. And I think we're going to keep going. It does matter on the actual tilting to steer. It's really the kind of same idea of using your hot dog as a pogo stick. Landing on the bottom is going to give you a better bounce, but it's going to make you go up and down as opposed to diagonally. The retro mode's kind of interesting for people that are used to the old Atari games. You might see, oh, the load screen shows you right away. It's very, very reminiscent of an old style game. You got your turn up there, and you shoot out your retro style hot dog. You'll see there's things like the cherry from Pac-Man, there's the Donkey Kong girders. Let's play this one again so you just get a better look at what's in the game. One of my favorite things later on is an element they do borrow of the alligator. Of course, I'm not doing too well here. Oh, here we go. And got eaten by the alligator. Of course, the alligator kind of works in the same way as the leaf that kind of boosts you around. You can see the menus are also a bit retro. I do like that. Now, Frank Further is actually going to run you $1.99, which is a bit more than I would generally recommend. I think a 99-cent game like this is pretty good. I do like the humor, and the achievements are a bit harder to get this time, so you're going to be playing for a bit longer. I do like that there's the three different modes, although there's not much difference between the CG and the standard mode. But that's pretty much Frank Further in a nutshell. I mean, it's the sequel to one of our favorite games on the Appcast, and hopefully this video presentation is kind of giving you a feel for what to expect in terms of this kind of game before you plunk down $2 for it. Alright, that's Frank Further. This is Kevin Shu from the Appcast, and that's our first video review.